I'm Lisa Joyner. You want to go behind the scenes of The Price is Right? Well, come on down and join me for a little Infanity.
Infanity, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
More than a game show, it's a television phenomenon. Right now, experience The Price is Right on the inside. Straight from the crew, the contestants, the backstage heroes, Barker's Beauties, and of course, the icon himself.
I've never played a part on television. I've been Barker.
Plus, see who makes an ideal contestant.
I can do this. No, that's not quite what we're looking for.
And what goes into that famous phrase. Rich Fields, you're the next contestant. Come on down.
Yes.
Okay, stop. Okay. Plus, those lovely models prove it's not easy being beautiful.
Don't turn backwards. I never show your bum.
And see for yourself, there are no fans like Price is Right fans.
They're animals. Did you see some of those people?
All right, everybody turn to the camera and say, hi, TV guys!
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Joyner, and welcome to Infanity, the TV guide series that's the ultimate fan guide to TV's hottest shows. Well, few shows fit that description more than The Price is Right. Listen to these stats. Okay, 6,000 shows, more than 30 years on the air, and hundreds of $1 million have been given away. You've watched it, your parents have watched it, even your grandparents have watched it. It's an American institution, and you know what? The Price is Right is for everyone.
Someone has figured it out that if they took all of the Price is Right shows, they could play Price is Right 8 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3 years. Now that's a lot of shows.
The very first incarnation of The Price is Right was an NBC hit from 1956 to 1965. But the current colorful version that we know and love today actually debuted on CBS in 1972. Bob Barker has hosted this daytime version right from the start. He's helped make guessing the actual retail price one of the most popular game show formats in TV history.
We have young mothers tell us that their 2-year-olds watch The Price is Right. We've had people in the audience 100 years old. I had a contestant 95 years old.
The show has grown so popular in America that different editions now exist in Europe, Australia, and Mexico. 30 years ago, a refrigerator was considered a whopper of a prize. But nowadays?
Now we hand out refrigerators by the dozen, practically.
What do you think the price of a car was in, 35 years ago? Do you remember?
Oh, our very first car was $2,400 something. $2,400.
And now you have cars as high as...
Oh, we gave away a Viper last week for $82,000.
Jeez. When we first started Price is Right, we had showcases that were $3,000. And now we have showcases as much as $100,000. It's, times have changed.
Times have changed, but the charm of the show hasn't. In fact, it's considered a priority to keep the sets their original psychedelic color schemes, just like they were in the 70s.
The color of my hair has changed more than anything else on the show.
What do you attribute the success of this show? Because this show's broken records. It's the longest show on.
Our basic premise is so very, very strong. Everything we do is based on prices, and everyone identifies with prices. And that's what every game show wants, is viewer involvement. And we have it to the nth degree.
They jump up and down when they hear his name. Men hug him, women kiss him. Bob Barker is a legend. First of all, I can't tell you what a thrill it is to meet you.
Well, aren't you sweet?
I've been, I'm sure you hear this all the time, but I've been watching forever. But you're one of the reasons that I got into television.
Really?
I thought if I could make people happy like he does, I haven't done it yet, but then I'd have a great job.
Well, if you give away a few refrigerators, it helps.
That's true, that's true.
When I come through these doors, I'm going out there and face these contestants whom I have never met,
Right.
and try to create spontaneous entertainment with them. And so it's like mining for gold. I'm looking for these little nuggets.
Larry will be 22 years old tomorrow.
Our format is flexible enough to allow me to have fun with people and to make their personalities an important part of the entertainment. And I think the audience loves that.
Yes.
What's your favorite cocktail?
My favorite cocktail? What do you got? I never had a cocktail I didn't like. I'm the guy next door. I don't know whether I'm their best friend or not. Maybe they don't get along with their neighbor. But I am the guy next door. I've never played a part on television. I've never been a doctor or a cowboy or a lawyer. I've been Barker.
I'm not a stalker, seriously. Did you see me? But here's the thing that I love about you too. I have 2 adopted dogs, and I had an adopted cat.
Wonderful. That's the way to get them. Go to the shelter. There are just too many dogs and cats born for them all to have homes. And the only answer is to have your pet spayed or neutered. And that's why I urge people to do that.
Well,
I'd like
whatever.
to order them to.
You must, or you won't be able to tune in.
If you no refrigerator unless you do.
Infanity returns. I'm Lisa Joyner. So, you want to come on down and test your game show skills? You can't just stand in line. You need a little more. You need more than talent. How are the contestants chosen? Because we know that you get a very vast, like a cross section of the U.S. and different kinds of people. But what's the process?
Our people go out in the line. We talk to everybody. We give everybody an equal chance. We interview everybody. And what we're looking for are 9 people who are simply in a good mood, who are happy to be here, and who might have an interesting story. That's
I can
who
do
we
this.
choose. And no, that's not quite what we're looking for.
We are looking for people with whom I can have fun. It's as simple as that. They can be tall, short, fat, thin, old, young, black, white, brown, any age.
What's her name, Lucy? Lucy!
I've had a contestant 95 years old who won everything. We have people on our show who would not be on any other show. And I think that is one of the reasons our show has been so successful for so long.
Oh, I'm at home right here.
I always like to say this, though, for anybody who's coming to our show. We have great T-shirts. Everybody sees the T-shirts on our shows. We don't pick people because of their T-shirt. We appreciate you making the T-shirts. We appreciate you showing the love for our show, but we look for the character and the person.
Very good.
Being the producer of The Price is Right has its perks. So how did Roger Dobkowitz land such a sweet gig? Well, his story's a little unusual and a little remarkable.
Roger was studying communications in college, and he was working on his master's degree, and he wrote his thesis on game shows.
I graduated. I sent it to like 20 different TV producers. Several people saw it. I connected with Mark Goodson.
And Mark Goodson was so impressed with it that he hired him as a production assistant.
It was a perfect fit for me, and I slowly moved up the ranks and eventually made producer.
And it's the only job he's ever had as an adult.
After 35 years with the show, Roger has certainly come across his share of diehard amateur experts. How rabid do these fans get? I mean, they pay attention to every little detail, don't they?
There are internet sites and websites. They know everything. I'm not kidding. They know everything about our show. And we had a person that one time knew exactly how many steps Bob took from the door. He counted the steps. He knew exactly how many steps to get out there.
Is this where he comes out?
He comes out.
How many was that?
Oh, I wasn't counting. I was watching you. I was mesmerized by your beautiful walk.
I've done my job. Didn't you practice?
Oh yes, I studied karate with Chuck Norris for 8, 9 years, and then after Chuck became an actor, I studied with Pat Johnson I was in karate for about 21 years. Oh, my body is a deadly weapon.
Of course it
It's
is.
killing me.
Just ahead on Infanity, is it skill or just luck? Designing the games of The Price is Right. Are you bad at this game?
Oh, I would be terrible. I would be a terrible contestant.
Infanity is back at The Price is Right. I'm Lisa Joyner. Plinko, Cliffhanger, Lucky 7, and of course, the special wheel. It can't be The Price is Right without the games. Ever wonder who comes up with all those classic games? Well, it turns out they're all created by people who work on the show. The only rules are they've got to involve prizes, and they've got to be a blast to play.
We have almost 80 games now. We add all the time. We want to keep people interested. If you see the show Monday, you'll see a completely different show Tuesday, different show Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I think that's one of the reasons that our show has been so successful.
There is no more exciting moment on our show than when Rich says,
Steve, you're going to play Plinko!
Plinko is probably the most popular game on the show. And when we make the announcement that, Joe, you are going to play Plinko, the audience explodes every time because everyone likes it. And it is an exciting game.
I'm not great with prices, but I'm pretty good. Is there a game for me? Is there a game that I should try that I'd be pretty good at?
Well, all of our games have a little bit of luck involved.
Okay,
so
sure.
even if you're bad,
Oh, I'm lucky.
but you're lucky,
Yeah.
you can win. Some of our games require skill,
Sure. None
so
of
you
those.
wouldn't be good at that.
Believe it or not, I am not the only one who's short on skills when it comes to pricing games.
I don't know how much anything costs.
Not even today.
I know. I pay no attention to the price. I can't win. Why should I bother paying attention to the
Are you
price?
bad at this game?
Oh, I would be terrible. I would be a terrible contestant.
Maybe that's why Bob has mercy on contestants who get nervous on stage and make obvious mistakes.
And are you sure you want to put that down there? Now, you can't get 3 in a row there. Might think that over for him.
I know, I see you. You're a nice guy. Every once in a while, I see you giving him a little help.
No, I don't.
Just so you said, don't put that X there.
Well,
Did you really
I
want
did
to put that X there?
I didn't want to put that X there. They gave her that help. That's right.
See? You know, you're softy.
Well, I am. I want them all to win.
Man!
It's the big wheel. But in order to spin the big wheel the right way, I've got Ron, who's been here for 16 years. Your title is?
I do the lighting on the show.
You're unbelievable. Can you
Thank
give
you.
me some hints on how to do this?
Place both hands here on this handle
Okay.
and spin hard.
Really hard? As hard as I can?
Really hard.
It doesn't matter if it goes, maybe it'll fall off if I
It'll
go too
look
hard.
better.
Okay, it'll look better?
Yes.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Set.
Not bad, 95.
Now you're talking. Thanks for the lucky spin, 95.
You're very welcome.
It's awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Continued good work.
Thank you.
Perfect. It's awesome. Yes! Oh, shoot. I can't even cheat right. Next, what it takes to be one of Barker's beauties. It's a lot harder than you think.
I gave away a piano once. Lucky it wasn't a car.
Infanity is back at The Price is Right. I'm Lisa Joyner. They're easy on the eyes, they're always smiling, but you never hear them talk. They will in this Infanity exclusive, Barker's Beauties only talk to us. Bob wouldn't be the host with the most without his bevy of beauties. They've become as much of a fixture on The Price is Right as the prizes they display. We got the inside scoop on what it takes to be one of Barker's beauties.
Did you see them? I don't think there's anything I can say. If you've seen them, you know why they're Barker's beauties, don't you?
What is it like? Because I'm sure that you grew up watching
Yes.
the show, but what's it like to actually be on the show?
I used to pretend like I was a Barker Beauty with my best friend, and she called me up when she saw me on the show and said, "We used to play that, and now you're doing it."
Yeah, the timing is great because we have so much fun with that, because you know what people don't see is it's running backstage in between, like putting on straps and helping with each other's hair.
Shane flew into a couch the other day, and she was airborne as the doors opened.
Really?
I was trying to make it, and I went for it, and I literally leapt through the air. The doors were open, and like if I could do a slow motion, it was like, and I ran, and I came up smiling.
Tell me, because I'm not this way, how do you appear so poised and glamorous?
The doors, oh, I've slammed fingers. I just don't tell anybody. I'm just really good at covering up. Walking backwards, oh my gosh, when they told us we could never walk forwards, so we always have to make sure when we go around the cars that we go backwards.
Yeah,
A couple times I've had a good bash on the back of my leg, you know, with the license plate. Oh yeah, if you just keep it going, just have that good smile. Ouch.
We had a girl crash the car into a door once. We won't say who.
Nope.
Wasn't any of us.
But it shoved them, and then you're just in there, and you've got to wave and hold on the steering wheel and press the brake.
She hit
and
the
you're-
clutch.
Yeah, and she hit the clutch, and it just kept going, and it totally, the door fell off.
Okay, and now is there anything else that you can tell me if I wanted to become a Barker Beauty that I would need to know?
If the prize is over here,
Okay.
you gesture and you flip up.
Okay,
So
so
the
the
hand
prize is
goes
here.
down.
Okay.
All right. Now, if there's something behind you that's really big,
Yes.
like a trip, you want to double flip.
Oh, double flip.
Yes,
Oh,
double flip.
Great, like this.
There you go.
Before each taping, audience members anxiously await the arrival of their favorite host to kick off the show.
Well, when we get here, I'll take you to
The stage is this way, right?
No, Bob, this way.
Oh, this way.
Yeah.
This way.
But they don't realize Bob's already putting on a show backstage. One of his favorite gags is to pretend he's forgotten his way to the stage, his second home for the past 35 years.
Stand right
That's
here.
Elliot. Say hi to Elliot. There's Git. No, we
this
need
way.
to get on this side.
The consummate showman, Bob always knows how to score a laugh. This is Infanity, The Price is Right. I'm Lisa Joyner. Okay, what you see on television is fabulous prizes and brand new cars. What happens backstage is controlled chaos and a lot of hard work.
What we do back here is called the backstage ballet. What happens is the props move in, the prizes move in. We're gonna move you over a little bit so you don't get hit by a car, because there's lots of stuff going on around here. And that's showbiz, baby.
That's show business, all right, and no one knows the biz better than longtime director Bart Eskander. Explain the workings backstage, because everything here is manual. It's not like you press a button and something moves in.
Every week I draw staging sheets. I draw on a piece of paper where the game is played, what the prize is, where it's located, assign the models to it.
It's idiot-proof the way we like it.
There's a lot of choreographing on the show because it shot us as live as we can do it.
Stand by. Open it.
These stage-hands move things in and out so fast that it is utterly amazing.
We must have about 40 to 50 stagehands backstage. They're shoving things around, moving things around. Models are running to get into place. And of course the doors open up.
Open it.
And everything's in its place and everything's peaceful and calm.
Bob taught me the best things he ever told me. He says, son, those cameras have wheels. Just follow me. That's all I do. That's all I do.
With so many episodes over the years, The Price is Right boasted share of memorable moments and colorful mishaps. Sometimes it's due to a faulty prop. Has anything weird happened ever with the wheel?
Occasionally.
Well, like, for example, what?
The arrow has broken off.
Really?
During a spin.
Yeah.
Very embarrassing.
But most of the best moments come from, you guessed it, the contestant.
You are so handsome. Oh my God.
Well, then go ahead, Rosina. I don't want to interrupt you.
You are the only man I would leave that man for.
Go ahead. Keep talking, Rosina.
Lucius wins the car. He's going to the car. He's coming back.
Out of the 35 years that you've been doing this, can you think of something that stood out as one of your most embarrassing moments?
is the most memorable thing that ever happened. It happened more than 20 years ago. It was a young lady who was seated out here in a tube top. Her name was called to be a contestant. She jumped to her feet. She began jumping up and down.
Oh, I see this coming.
And both of them came out of the tube top. And down she came. She didn't know they were out.
Oh.
She got all the way to contestants row. And then someone in the front row told her, and she made an adjustment.
Infanity is at The Price is Right. I'm Lisa Joyner. When this man calls your name, it's your lucky day. The man behind the voice is Rich Fields.
All right, everybody turn to the camera. Say hi, TV guy. All right, let's do it.
I call everybody's names. I get to introduce Mr. Barker.
When you say come on down, did you practice that incessantly before this job?
All my life.
Yes, you did.
Honest to God.
Did you watch it?
My mom can tell you stories of me at 6 and 8 years old with her black hairbrush standing at the TV saying, "It's a new car!" So a lifelong dream come true to be here with Bob Barker.
How about John Filippi?
I get taken aback sometimes and forget that I'm supposed to be the announcer of the show because I'm watching Mr. Barker out here and do his thing. I came at the end of season 32.
That just sounds funny.
What's
like,
that?
because shows don't even stay on the air for season 32. You're like, I was here at the end of season 3.
Yeah.
32?
I came in at the end of season 32, finished 32, did all of 33, all of 34, and now heading into season 35.
How do you do the come on down?
Well, you get a lot of air inside you because you want to burst it out, okay? But don't waste all the air on the person's name.
Oh.
Okay? So as I go into Lisa Joyner, now you want to pop it. Come on down!
Oh,
You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. So try it. Go ahead.
Rich Fields, come on down! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Not bad. I hope the producer's gone because, oh
okay?
God, he is watching over there because that was pretty darn good. Yeah.
Very good.
If you ever need a female.
Cut that right out. That'll never air, right?
That's
Okay.
right. In addition to announcing, one of Rich's important roles is warming up the audience at the start of each show.
We're doing something a little different today. I need some dancers for today's show. Those folks can go back to their hometown and say, yes, I made it up onto the Price is Right stage.
What is the best golden nugget of knowledge, something you've learned on the show?
When you have a contestant on the stage, you can have whatever fun you want with that contestant for the audience's benefit or whatever for the home viewer's benefit. But when you're done with them, whether they've won or lost, man, he makes sure that they are a star before they walk off that stage. He makes them feel like they're a winner, whether they were or not.
Yeah.
And I think that's gold.
This is more Infanity from The Price is Right. I'm Lisa Joyner again. Okay, beyond the prizes, beyond Bob, even beyond Plinko, there's one thing that's kept The Price is Right on the air for so long.
My wife is in love with you. And it's her birthday today, and I was wondering.
I thought he said hug. He said mug.
We got up at 3 in the morning just to head on out here, just be here by 6.
People got here at 9 p.m. the night before, so I would bring a pop tent camp and spend the night. It would be worth it.
16 hours, that is psychotic. Nobody should have to wait that long for anything. Unless, of course, you're coming to see The Price is Right!
Oh my gosh, I've been watching the show for 20 years, since I was born, so just to come here was just an amazing experience.
It is an American tradition. I grew up watching The Price is Right with my grandma. I don't even work day shifts because I'm a server and I just work night shifts so I can watch it every morning.
Help me, Janice. Save me, Janice.
They can be dangerous, too. I've had them step on my foot. I had a woman come up the steps to the stage, and she was bent over kind of coming up, and she didn't straighten up and just butted me right in the solar plexus.
They hug, they kick, they punch, they pick me up. I had the cartilage torn in my rib.
Get away. Get away.
The most painful thing that happened to me, I had a young lady about 5'4", 5'5", get under my chin and jump up and down. That was bad.
They're animals. Animals. Do you see some of those people? I mean, I swear to God, I thought I saw, someone tearing their hair out. They're old ladies that were about to do battle because they both had their birthdays today.
It was the most thrilling part of my life.
This Price is Right. Oh my goodness.
It's just a real good game.
We have the greatest audiences, I do believe, that I have ever seen at any show at any time.
Thank you so much for watching Infanity. I'm Lisa Joyner, and like Bob always says, don't forget to have your pets spayed and neutered.